Today, we're diving into Neuro Entity Dynamics. Sounds complex, but it's really about understanding how the brain organizes information.
Right. It's about those hidden patterns that shape our thoughts and behaviors. Have you ever wondered why we sometimes act on instinct?
Neuro Entity Dynamics suggests our brain forms entities, groups of neurons that fire together. These shape habits, reactions, even creativity.
So, it's kind of like a jazz band in your brain. Different members come together for a tune. But sometimes the drummer gets too loud, right?
That's a great analogy. When certain neural entities dominate, they can drive repetitive behaviors like biting your nails or always checking your phone.
Is that why breaking habits is so tough? The neural entities just keep playing their favorite song?
Exactly. And the more we repeat an action, the stronger that entity becomes. It's like reinforcing a path in the woods every time you walk it.
But can we form new entities? Like, if I want to start running every morning, does my brain eventually create a morning runner entity?
Yes. Neuro Entity Dynamics explains that with repetition and intention, new entities emerge. It's not magic, just neuroplasticity at work.
Speaking of intention, how much control do we really have over these entities? Are they always working behind the scenes, or can we influence them?
We can influence them, but it takes conscious effort. Mindfulness, for example, helps us observe which entities are active and possibly redirect them.
Sounds a bit like being your own brain, DJ deciding which tracks to play and which to skip.
That's a fun way to put it, but sometimes old tracks sneak in and play without us noticing. That's where awareness comes in.
How do researchers study these entities? It's not like you can just see them under a microscope.
True, but with advanced imaging and computational models, scientists can observe patterns of neural activity almost like tracking the footprints of these entities.
So, could neuroentity dynamics help explain mental health issues? Maybe why anxiety or depression persists?
Definitely. If certain entities become overactive, say, ones linked to worry, they can reinforce negative patterns. Understanding this could help develop better interventions.
That's promising. It means therapy might focus on reshaping those entities, not just talking about feelings.
Exactly. Techniques like cognitive behavioral therapy aim to rewire those patterns, creating healthier entities.
Does this approach change how we think about identity? If our behaviors are shaped by entities, is personality just a collection of active neural groups?
In a way, yes. Personality could be seen as the sum of our dominant entities, but there's room for change. Our brain is always adapting.
That's reassuring. We're not stuck with the same playlist forever. But what about creativity? How do entities influence that?
Creativity might arise when novel entities form, linking ideas that haven't connected before. It's like mixing genres in music.
I love that. So, daydreaming could be the brain experimenting with new combinations, forming fresh entities.
Exactly. And sometimes the best ideas come when we let go and let those entities shuffle freely.
Are there risks in this shuffle? Can entities clash like an unexpected drum solo in a quiet song?
Yes, conflicting entities can cause cognitive dissonance when we hold opposing beliefs or desires. The brain works to resolve the tension.
That explains those inner debates before making a tough decision. It's a neural tug-of-war.
Right. And the outcome depends on which entity gains the upper hand, sometimes influenced by past experiences.
Speaking of experience, does neuroentity dynamics say anything about memory? How do entities help us remember or forget?
Entities form through repeated activation. Memories are stronger when tied to robust entities, but if an entity fades, so does the memory.
That's why we forget names if we don't use them often. But never forget our favorite childhood song.
Exactly. Frequent use strengthens the neural connections, making recall easier.
Are there practical tips for listeners to reshape their entities? Maybe for learning new skills?
Consistency is key. Repetition, focus, and emotional engagement help form new entities. It's like building muscle. Practice makes progress.
And maybe mix in a little patience. Change doesn't happen overnight.
Absolutely. The brain is adaptable, but it needs time to rewire those patterns.
Before we wrap up, I'm curious. Could neuroentity dynamics help us understand group behavior, like in teams or communities?
Interesting thought. While entities are individual, shared experiences can synchronize neural patterns among people. Think of crowds at a concert.
That's why collective energy feels so powerful. Maybe our brains are forming temporary group entities.
Possibly. Social neuroscience is exploring how interpersonal dynamics shape our brains.
There's so much more to uncover. Neuro Entity Dynamics seems like a key to understanding ourselves and each other.
Definitely. It reminds us that change is possible, and our minds are more flexible than we think.
So, next time you catch yourself in a loop, remember, it's just an entity playing its tune, and you can always remix the track.
Well said. Thanks for tuning in, and keep exploring those hidden patterns in your mind.
Until next time, keep your mental playlist fresh and adventurous.